I would probably never play Undertale, but oh my doom, Alphys is toast, my spirit animal. Perfect representation of the melancholy temperament. Except instead of anime, my obsession is 80s B movies. Early 90s too, like Freaked, for example.
Why loot the dead when you can buy from me? Don't get killed. Don't have too much fun.
Speaking of Freaked, I need to add that to my collection. It's an absurdist masterpiece. Alex Winter lived in London as a kid. And I think that shows in his style of humor. It has a twinge of classic British absurdism. Even to the point that he dabbles in cross-dressing when he portrays Granny S. Preston Esquire.
I'll keep you that way. Sit out. Guns.
Now, why is it that
Always got new stock. Check back later.
Keanu Reeves is a household name, but not Alex Winter? Well, I have an explanation for that. It's because his career took a different turn. And he's best known within his own profession. He directed music videos. I don't know what the box office said about Freaked when it first came out. The only reason I ever read what the so-called box office says about anything is not because I'm judging what the box office is talking about, but rather I'm judging the box office.
I'm legally obligated to tell you, I ain't a real doctor.
Nobody tells me what I like.
Almost dead? I can fix that.
I tell me what I like. Was there this in the other? 21, 34, and 4. 122. Roughly evenly matched. I don't need either one of them. It's just, what's the probability that there would be two almost nearly identical, very similar class mods of the same make, same model, same level, same label color? It's astronomical. I might be exaggerating a bit. Hey, I've found duplicates of the same weapon. Granted, it often requires more than one character and quite a few hours to make that happen. And what's the purpose of doing so, you might ask? Well, you ever tried zerking with a pair of identical weapons? You know, just for fun. What do I want to do? These are all fun. Well, it looks like I need to ignore this. And this segues into this. So I should do this, and then these.
These crystallists are right bastards, aren't they? Scientific term. If you could find out just what got up the crystallists' collective bum and made them so cross, I'd be willing to pay you a pretty penny. Metaphorically. I'll be paying you a great deal more than a penny. It's just a saying I'm fond of. Off to the caustic caverns with you.
what will I need for this mission? I'm going to sell this for the mere fact that it's a contradiction. It's called an anarchist, yet it has a hammer and sickle on it. The Bolsheviks oppressed the anarchists. I know I brought that up in the previous episode and probably many other episodes, but I can't, my mind brain can't handle the unknowledgeability of history that is sometimes being perpetrated. Oh, don't really need this currently. Don't really need 2 launchers. I just like the Bombardier or Bombardier. Bombardier. Especially when it has a toward reflex sight. It just makes sense for a bandit launcher to have a flat-off barrel. Just out of curiosity. I know it's under-leveled stuff.
Hey y'all, welcome to the new and improved Kitchen Ride. Now with 47% more than 26% death annually. That is down from last year's soldier fund.
That there is an awesome Teddy SMG. Purple label, dull barrel, dull sight, Malawan grip. I didn't quite see what kind of stock in it.
If it ain't dead, I'll keep you that way. See you real soon, I'm sure.
Remember, we're always open.
You won't live! Spanking! Now that we run you, I'm gonna make you gargle, you last breath. I wonder... Slow me down! More endurance! That was cool!
Oh, you know what? That's the better tool for the job at hand. Speakers turned up a bit too much.
Careful, careful! Don't drop it!
Killing time!
Crunch time.
You idiot!
Curses!
Get
Those
ready
idiots
for
dropped my
burn!
safe into the caustic caverns. Get after it!
Idiots.
Hey!
Crunch time, possibly quoting Captain Tarples from the Phantom Menace. And idiots, possibly referencing Ren and Stimpy. You can't slip pop culture references past me.
Dropping sentry!
Sometimes when I see a red glow next to a yellow glow, it looks orange. Notice I'm trying not to say orange. Get out of my way. Take a look at that later. High synergy. Great. Enough of that. Enough with the getting stuck on scenery. How many times has that gotten me killed? I'm gonna die. I'm gonna die historic on the Fury Road.
Grenade! I'll pay you back.
Overkill. I didn't need to do that. But I did it anyway because I wanted to. Break the dude's shield first, I mean. Notice I'm going for his torso. Well, surely I can find 3 more. Oh, yeah, I forgot to talk about this in previous episodes, and I've probably talked about it in episodes past. But in my town, there are machines bearing the logos of companies. And there's one called Atlas, and there's one called S&S. Also, where I used to work, there was Atlas and S&S, and there's a company called Aegis. Borderlands is real, man. It's real. Oh, I wanted a melee battle, but practicing my pitching. I've been doing better lately. Could just jump down there. Oh, look at that. That teal color makes it look cryo. Caustic Caverns. Some of the best ambient music on this whole soundtrack.
You won't find better merchandise anywhere else. I made sure of that. Pleasure doing business. Thanks for the scratch.
I prefer Tactician. 5 Resourceful, 4 Battlefront, and
Farewell, friend.
I don't think I'm currently using Battlefront. I think Fire will be a better choice. Well, I don't know if I have options. I like variety. Wouldn't it be something if I got Vermi? Chrysalis. Need a Chrysalis. Oh, it takes no time on TVHM for these things to evolve. I've got enough quote friends closed quote to play with at this juncture.
Look out, badass! Take this! Grenade out!
Really? Ah.
Take this!
No, don't explode on my face. Come on.
I was gonna die.
Hey, is that a Ravager? It is. Is it a no-scope Ravager? Let's find out. I didn't see a scope on it. Might be a better choice than this. And yes. It's perfect. We're pretty close to it.
Welcome, customer. You're my millionth customer. Don't let it go to your head. Pleasure doing business. Come back anytime.
I'll patch you up whenever you need it.
Torque shotguns are great against badass varks. And also great against droids. Yeah. Pretty good blue doll SMG, but it's a bit too ordinary. Standard issue. Which under certain circumstances is fine.
Welcome to my humble shop.
But I've got this. Just make a good pair of this and this pistol. If this had a twin shot accessory, since it has a Malawan barrel, if it had a matching dull barrel, I'd prefer it to have a blade. If you ask me, all assault rifles, battle rifles, blast rifles, etc. that have flat-off barrels should fire a twin shot, like the double tap. Why does the double tap do that and not any other? On any other, it just speeds up the cycle rate, but it doesn't do so in a way that makes mechanical sense. It should work like the Nikonov light machine gun or the OA-63.
This is Hardjack.
Now you show
Today
up.
I'm mining a crystal formation near the alien ruins, but it started moving. The creature appears perfectly peaceful. I don't think it's ever seen a person before. Blue, not now. Here, go play with my hat. Get it. There you go, Blue. We're calling it Blue because the color of his yeah. We saw a couple more of these creatures hiding near the ruins. I recommend moving the dig site for obvious reasons. Security officer booth signing off. While your concern for these creatures is noted, we shall not be moving the dig site. The Dawn Corporation has sent Sanctuary, the greatest mining ship, to this god-forsaken planet to mine crystals. And you have found some. Please round up the creatures so that my mining team may extract their minerals.
All the echoes and such that you find on normal mode, that counts across all modes, so you don't have to collect all of everything all over again, which is a relief. Though I wouldn't really mind doing that, but sometimes I'm in the mood to recollect things, and sometimes I'm not. I'll let them stay preoccupied. The necrophage must have phaged me. Wait, no, that doesn't make sense. To phage me would mean that it was chewing on me, I think. Or eating me. If it was corroding me, I guess that's like a form of exogenic digestion. So it's a form of eating, but the thing is, in order to be authentically described as anything phage, I think it has to involve the process in the usual order, but don't quote me on it. I mean, look at the word esophagus. Esophagus.
How'd that feel, huh?
Clearly has that fade. Don't quote me on any of that. I'm not a medical student. But I am a word nerd. Word nerd.
Toss it a masher! Take this! Catch!
Not interested in the fabled tortoise shield. Doesn't work with my style of gameplay. Pick it up.
You found the safe? Oh, thank God. Open it and return its contents quickly.
Hey there, sugar. I see you found some fairly fleshy snapshots of me. If you give those to me instead of my third ex-husband, I'll make it worth your while. Feel free to take a peek, though. I sure don't mind.
No thanks, Mox. You're not my style. You're not my type. Not my type, not my style. So was Morty her fourth ex-husband or just her fourth love interest? She doesn't seem like the type who would bother to get married. She is a slut. Nisha calls her a slutty clown in the pre-sequel. Moxie's rewards are always the best, so always go for Moxie. When you have the option to turn in a mission to either her or anyone else. I know on normal mode, I turned a mission in to Morty and got the, what was it, the sloth rifle? Was it the sloth or the pitchfork? I don't like either of those. There's only one dull sniper rifle that I even kind of like, and it's just a basic standard issue aftermarket sniper rifle. It's called the Scout, and it has a flat-off barrel. Fire and explodey. Get a look at this. The Jacob's grip is holding it back, reducing its fire rate down to 4.6. This would be best with a Malawan grip to match the Malawan barrel. Oh, that's not bad at all. It's only held back very slightly in terms of fire rate. Delayed reaction on my part. I so desperately wish there was a no-scope version of the Corinthian. Not necessarily the Corinthian, it could have any barrel, but just a Malawan's answer to the Buffalo. I like how Threshers actually put out fire that's on them by graboiding down into the dirt. What else do I need to do here? Origin evidence. Forgot about that. That's not the optional echoes. That's actually mission stuff. Good raw base damage on this. I know I often say don't prioritize base damage on an elemental weapon. I will reiterate that.
That's my girl. Nothing like a turret kid.
Synergy is still my favorite Hyperion machine pistol. Alright, you get the exploding. I'm already restocked on half my supply of grenades. That's something graboids can't do. One of the DLCs, I think it's Captain Scarlet and her pirate's booty. Has creatures called craboids. Burt Gummer would make an excellent vault hunter. He'd also make a good stalker in the zone. Oh, I don't feel like going up there. But I don't like to ignore enemies. It feels wrong. What am I? Oh. Glare on my screen disorients me sometimes. See, I got turned around there because I can't see clearly unless the lighting is just right at just the right time of day. And not necessarily the time of day. Anything that alters the way the screen
More of that.
looks.
That's my girl.
What? Oh. No scope would be no problem, but no aiming. It doesn't feel right to me regardless of range. What does that say? You're not the boss. Fine by me.
Do this! Wasn't so hard.
We melancholies typically aren't really interested in attaining positions of authority. Let's see how that flame rifle compares. It's favorable in... hey, is it a Corinthian? It is. But of course it has to have a dull scope, which is under scope for its capabilities in terms of accuracy.
Mrs. Harchick, I don't think you understand. You can't mine these creatures. They're living beings. Without the crystals, they'll die.
Hello!
Sanctuary could easily find another dig site. My security team and I are not hunting these creatures for you. Period. Security Officer Booth, signing off. Miss Booth, need I remind you of the terms of your contract? Your security team is meant to assist my excavation crew. Whether or not you agree with my policies is irrelevant. Shut your mouth, grab your gun, and bring me my crystals like a good little girl.
Shouldn't have talked down to her like that. I hate it when people talk down to me like that. This whole scenario reminds me of Gorillas in the Mist, which is based on a true story. Did I mention that already? I'm not keeping track of what I've mentioned or I haven't. Too much to think about. Gotta look at how this new flame rifle is parted compared to my other Corinthian. Given the fact that one holds 2 rounds more and has a better scope, I might not. Well, let's see. That looks like a dull grip. Hyperion stock. Dull scope. Jacob's barrel. Jacob's grip, flat off stock, Jacob's scope, Jacob's barrel. I wouldn't mind having one that was a perfect hybrid. Where was all Jacob's parts on.
Listen, you heartless bitch. My team has guns. Your team has pickaxes. Move the ship or we'll move it for you. Security Officer Booth signing off. You don't have all the guns, dear. Now, unless anyone from the late Miss Booth's security team has anything else to say, bring me my goddamned crystals!
There are times when mutiny is justified. If I was a member of Booth's security team, I would mute. Roland was right in the pre-sequel when he says, well, how does he phrase it? He says that Dahl and Hyperion are the same.
Like that?
But really what he's implying is that they're all the same, not just Dahl and Hyperion. I think Vladoff would turn Pandora into a nightmare police state. See how many it took? Fastballs even. It's because they're resistant to explode. They're not, I wouldn't say resistant. What's the right word? Well, they're invulnerable to elements, and explosions only do so much. So the best weapons to use against crystalists are a combination of melee and Jacobs. Doesn't, oh, chubby. Despite those stats, the Malamon is the better choice if you need an elemental sniper rifle.
Decisions.
All right. Now what am I interested in? Gun damage and fire rate. I can get by without that. This is handy for Dahl assault rifles, which... Longbow's not my style. The majority of Dahl assault rifles have low mag capacity. I hope I encounter a badass pirate finisher. That's called a groper. Denied. Did you see that? Frivolous tactical reload. I've discussed this before, but I feel like bringing it up again. Why do some people think ammo should disappear when you perform a tactical reload? I can understand the magazine lying on the ground and you have to pick it back up manually. That makes sense. But why should the magazine and the ammo within it disappear? Not retaining mags simply means the mags end up on the ground. And if you perform a tactical reload, that means there's ammo in the mag. In real life, you reuse your mags. You only ditch them in emergency situations. So, that whole disappearing ammo thing, due to what some call premature reload, what in real world terms is called a tactical reload, that's video game logic. I haven't been here in a while, so I forget. Do I go up this? Oh, that only becomes available later on, doesn't it? Yeah. I know that Hyperion sniper rifle I picked up sort of matches this, doesn't it? But it doesn't proc reliably and has low capacity. It's a bad combo of features. I need to use this. Defiance. Oh, now I remember. I know I mention this all the time, but these hive mounds totally remind me of Legacy of Kain's Soul Reaper. Specifically, Zephon's Lair. Not Zephon's Lair, but Zephon's level. That'll mean nothing to you unless you've played it. Finish him. Seriously? Really? Grab that for its resale value. Whoa. Not a bad pattern on this. It's, what is it, 17.3? 17.2? Well, that was fun. Spider ant battles always take me back. I love fighting spider ants in Borderlands 1. In Borderlands 1, you can jump over the rolling ones. If you time it right, it takes practice. But it's so much fun. Not enough resale value. Can't see. You know how Carnage guns in Borderlands 1 were shotguns that launched rockets, but it was only one slow, inaccurate rocket that only worked well if you shot at the enemy's feet? Well, Torg, apparently sometime between Borderlands 1 and 2, took that concept and made it work. I get a plasma caster? Of course not. Can't see. Can't see clearly anyway. Oh, I might. I'll favor that over this. Only for the firing. If this had a reflex sight instead of a scope, I would get some use out of it. It's a twin shot even. Imagine if this had a Malawon barrel. Two for one sale. Or would that be 2 for 4? Are we going by number of shots or number of cartridges consumed? Overkill. Dig it. Wait. Damage my shield so I can get that. See that money cash down there, but there's stuff to get done, so
Cool story, bro.
What do you mean they're fighting back? Bruce said they were as docile as bloody kittens. Give me that gun, you coward! Aim for the blue one! Aim for the blue one!
Hell, that was rather dark. Please return to me at your earliest convenience.
now should I do the Minecraft bit? Oh, not this ladder physics thing again. Oh, why is it so difficult for you? I'll be coming back here later on. Maybe I'll do the Minecraft stuff later. And Fermi. Vermivorous. Another bug hunt.
High quality, low prices, and no questions asked. Lovely. Nothing like a good sale.
Didn't encounter
Carry on
any
it, Tor.
badass pyre threshers. Selling this because it has a scope on it. Selling this because it's a doll. Selling this because it's a Hyperion. Fire rate's too low. This was okay. This is good, but I've got a higher level one now. It has a not as good scope. What was that one I just sold?
I'm sure we'll
Wouldn't be a bad idea to
business
keep a slag singularity of some type on hand in case I need to change it up a bit. Alright. Go to Moxie first. Now first I'll check the shops. No.
Stay right where I can see. Alien ruins?
If I go down to into Marcus's place, I'll check this shop.
Guns.
It's a good stalker weapon right there.
Check back later to
By
see
that I
my
mean
new weapon of the day.
Zero with a stalker class mod.
No need.
Are you gonna rob me? Don't rob me! Is that a bomb?
Thanks, sugar. I've been meaning to upload these to the EchoNet.
It's like a Jacob's forearm and a TDR stock.
Did I ever do my whole man is the real monster speech for you? Comes to mind.
I think TV Tropes and Idioms talks about that. Man is the real monster. But I forget how they phrase it.
Not for me if you want to live. Catch you later.
Rocking a good loadout here.
Why loot the dead when you can buy from me?
TDR Doomsticks don't have good synergy with Torque barrels. Oh, but look at this. Aside from the chassis or body type, these are both parted the same way. Torque barrel, Torque forearm, bandit stock. The whole idea with a TDR or Teddy gun, as I call them, I know I've talked about this before, but it's worth reiterating, is you fire a few shots and then toss it.
Your cash ain't worth a thing if you don't spend it.
So if you like Teddy guns, or if you're doing a TDR Allegiance run, stick with TDR shotguns that have matching TDR barrels, Hyperion barrels, or maybe a Jacobs barrel. But don't prioritize the ones that have Torque or Bandit barrels.
I can't stand
You
living in
think
fear.
murder? Take Marcus munitions. Almost dead? I can fix that. Be careful out there. Catch you later.
Alright, let me check something. I'll do a little gamble. I don't really need this since I have this. I prefer the Hulk over the Ravager. I've probably talked about this before.
About the Crimson Raiders around here. This place is
It does most of the damage that the Ravager does at the cost of 75% as much ammo. Tease. Tease. Nice. Tease. That's pretty good. That's an awesome gun. I might have to get some use out of it. If only it had a blade. Interested in a new double tap. Particularly one with a bayonet, which will be called a breech rifle. Just out of curiosity. Oh, now that surprises me. Not because of the label color, but because this is an iron with a torque grip. I thought being one level higher, even though it's green, that it would do more damage than the law. If this Vision tease had a blade, it would be a perfect weapon for what's the rugged infiltrator version of the Stalker class mod for Zero? It would work well with rugged infiltrator too. I'm thinking Stalker with boost to Iron Hand. Tease. 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 Same pattern on both. What are the chances?
The resistance can't last.
Making defeatist statements in public again. Bad for morale.
I'll keep you that way.
Keep it, keep it, keep it, keep it, keep it. Sell it, keep it, sell it, so. Oh, now this is tempting. If only you were blue or better. If you were a belt-fed LMG, I could get some use out of his. So that. Still keeping this. Was hoping I would encounter a badass Pyre Thresher, so I could get some use out of this. It needs a worthy opponent.
Try not to die.
You're an organ donor.
3.5 minutes. Ish.
Can't say I missed the lance.
I was just melting and burning Lance in Old Haven in Borderlands 1 as Morty not too long ago, just a couple of days ago, a few days ago, I forget exactly. Tease. Not looking for anything specific, just a few, anything that fits my criteria.
Boom time. Boom time.
Follow the ball! Without Crimson Raiders around,
Tease. Not a tease.
Would you look at that? My turn? Great.
It'll be better with a twin shot accessory. Another vision. See how it compares. That's surprising. I would expect the practical to have higher damage since it has a Jacob's grip. Well, what's the point of a Jacob's grip? If the Vladov affords an entire 1.0 greater fire rate and no difference in base damage. Another blue, but it's another one that's not my style. Tease. Of course, I got stuck on a wall because I was backing up instead of turning around to look. Only interested in blue or better Malawan SMGs because I like that rotating disc. Now there's a double tap. but it's a ferrule. I can't use a ferrule. It's not my style. What makes it ferrule is this. That accessory. Now, this will otherwise be pretty doggone good. Dull grip, Jacob stock, Vlad reflex sight. Tease. Tease.
Now that's amazing.
If it had a blade on it. A pig sticker. A proper bayonet for stabbing. What was that green Hyperion I just picked up? Hey. Remember earlier when I mentioned a Hyperion machine pistol with a Malawan barrel and a matching Malawan grip? That might actually be better than the blue one I had earlier. Not in terms of base damage, obviously, but in terms of proc rate. Let's see how this compares to this. Oh yeah. Was that a perfect hybrid Widowmaker? I think so. It is a perfect hybrid. Tease. I don't really need it. 18 round capacity, not good enough. Prefer at least 20. I know it's only 2 rounds difference.
Let out! Guns, glorious guns. Always happy to do business
In
with
Borderlands
a
1,
hunter.
I would accept an 18 round capacity with machine pistols. Certain machine pistols. Hyperion.
Why loot the dead when
Hey.
you can buy from me?
Oh, here's a predicament. Oh, it has a, what would that be, a Vladoff scope? Yeah, 4.8. 12-round magazine, though. Hyperion barrel. Malawan grip. Hyperion stock. Vladoff scope. It's only the scope that's holding it back. Yeah, I'll keep my Rakel.
Check back later to see my new weapon of the day. I've always got new stock. Check back later. Farewell. Let's just get this out of the way. Yes, most of
Also,
the
I just like the front
merchandise
sight on bandit tri-gun barrels.
You're an organ donor, right? Try not to die.
Little more gambling. If not, a green or better double tap. I'm also interested in a blue or better Torg Lance. Tease. Hey. A 3-shot Torg launcher with a Malawan barrel. I forget what this does. No, this is TDOR barrel. TDOR barrel, Torg exhaust port, bandit grip. This accessory, which either adds more damage or makes the rockets go faster-ified or something. Not quite sure what kind of scope that is. Maybe Malawan. Let me conduct an experiment here. Fast enough rockets. Relatively slow reload time, but tolerable. I'm gonna keep going. For a little bit yet. Just got my rockets back. I'm gambled down to 1.5 million. Or just under it. Tease. Tease. You ever see the movie Q? Oh, blue.
Well, hello there, loot.
Calipine is the Chinook word for gun. I looked that up on the Borderlands wiki. Yeah, just below 1.5 mil.
Any donated organs into the receptacle below. Next time you're bleeding to death, just think.
And recovered roughly 100,000 or so. I'm going to see how this Calipine compares to my Chinook. The name Muckamuck is derived from the
Haven't found anything good.
Chinook
My weapon
term
machines will fix that
Macamac,
for you.
which means plenty to eat. Oh, it's so tempting. Worth its price.
Check
Must
back
resist.
later to see my new weapon of the day.
Oh. Forgot this is a 43.
Fire gun already.
Well, let's see how this is parted. Malawan, 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 Hyperion.
I'm always happy to take your money.
Hyper Ion. Oh, and you know what? I still need to play around with this. Just so it doesn't feel left out. What level is my Ravager? 45. Oh, wait. Torg and Jake. Jake and Torg. Everything's at least level 40, aside from the fastball, which makes up for it. I mean, that'll last a while. Huh. All right. See you next mission, slabs.